Hi, this is Mr. Lately again, and this is just pretty much an extension of the video that me and Ms. Hassett created as it pertains to Coaching Video 2, Grading Checklist, quote unquote, learn. After going through my criteria, just checking to make sure I got everything right, I noticed that I forgot to provide the checklist for the strategy. And so I did or do have a checklist for the strategy, and I'll read it out so um, we can know what that checklist is. And as we are going through the strategy, as we are performing the strategy, we would like to make sure that we complete the following. Um, the lesson objective clearly needs to outline the historical thinking. Um, Spice tea lessons should already be embedded, which is kind of given. We work on these lessons together. We know exactly what content that we're going to teach. And so we've already prepared, I've already prepared the Spice lesson based on the content that we'll be doing on May 6th. The teacher needs to explain Spice tea categories, and so this is one of the things that I'll be checking um, after Ms. Hassett implement the strategy. The teacher models and analyzes the document using Spice, so I'll be actually observing Ms. Hassett as she is analyzing the document, whether that document be an LEQ or DBQ, or SAQ. We are going to definitely do DBQs, and we're going to continue to do this strategy all the way up until the end of the year. Think Alouds is used, so it should be used also. So we want the kids to be able to think aloud and to share out, um, viable content and information pertaining to whatever lesson that we are teaching, whatever DBQ may be. Once the students start on the strategy, the teacher needs to circulate and provide feedback. This is something that we as teachers typically do all the time. Once we give out lessons, we want to make sure that we're actively monitoring the students as they are completing whatever are said assignments. Students should also analyze the documents using the Spice T diagram that we will create for the strategy. Students begin organizing ideas in paragraphs and chunks. I'll be checking for that as Ms. Hassett, so she will also be observing as she is observed. I think that's the best way because we do have that co-teacher collaboration type of relationship, and I think that should be pushed anytime we do any assignment or assessment in the classroom. And then students will write at least one full paragraph using the strategy in chunked paragraphs. And so this is like the big picture. This is the product that we want to see at the end of the strategy. So I'm very hopeful of this strategy, and I can't wait to demonstrate it tomorrow for Ms. Hassett, and I can't wait to see her live in person. And this is something that I did add in my notes. This is why it works. This strategy prevent the students from just listing facts inside of an essay. I think that's one of the main problems that we had prior to even being in this class, is that we noticed a lot of kids, instead of just analyzing and deeply, thoroughly looking through whatever material that they do, they look through it and then they just write facts because they want us to know that they remember it. Okay, and that's a good thing. Memorization is a good skill, but we want you to be able to deeply analyze and organize historical material and to put it into one piece. This will also help students earn complexity points. Okay, we know that when they get ready to take the AP exam, that those points are important, and so we want those students to hit those points. Um, and then the last thing about this strategy is that it helps for those who struggle, and so this is a way to scaffold, which is something that we use daily in our lessons, but we don't have to really worry about that too much if we are giving them the SPICE teach strategy. Again, this was just a follow-up, so this is just a part of the video that we just made. Thank you so very much, and I am looking forward to do video 3.